This house believes that the world will be better off if no one believes in an afterlife. This is my speech. I will give a structure of my debate. I will give the point of truth of government and I will change it into my point of truth. After that, I will give a rebuttal for the government and I will give my own argument and then I will give a preliminary attack for the government. So first, the point of truth of the government is that afterlife is an idea where people believe there will be something awaits on you when you die. Also, government thinks that the existence of the idea of afterlife is cause nothing but harm. From our point of view, for point of truth is that the concept of afterlife is same as the government, but in our point of truth, the idea of afterlife is used as a caution tool for people to think before they act. Going on to my rebuttal point for the argument showed by the government gives preliminary attack by saying that the benefit from believing the afterlife will only be limited to those who have religions, while those who don't will gain nothing. But at the same time, government also said that people will gain anxiety because of this idea. In this case, I think that the government are confused toward his own argument. Why? Firstly, if those people are indeed atheists, if those people are indeed doesn't have any religion, then there will be no problem at all. Since in the status quo, in our world, people are freely to have a religion or not. People can choose what they want to do. There are no forcing from any religion. There are no forcing from any people to believe that afterlife is true. Even if there are, there is just some some people that are not morally right, that are not mentally right, to force other people to do that, and that will also happen in the government world, just with a different approach, not with the religion approach or afterlife approach. The second rebuttal is that the government said that religion who does not attach themselves with afterlife is better in inner peace than those who does. The thing is, all religions have their own afterlife, only with different names. Like Buddha, they also have their afterlife in the what they call lotus sky, and Taoism also have the afterlife in what they call the reincarnation for a better with a better family. The purpose of those religions and the religions who have actually signed themselves with afterlife is to make people collect good karma from good deeds and evade collecting bad karma from bad deeds, with a belief that they will be promised a better reward in their afterlife. That what make people act based on what they believe. The third rebuttal is that the government say that every person has their own world to perceive. That is right. But why did the government brought it to the debate is questionable. Why? Because in the status quo, in our world, in my world, almost all religions are allowing their followers to reach their own world, but only telling them to pursue it in a good way, and only to pursue a goal for a world that is good for him and good for others. Religion did not prohibit people to achieve their world. Religion did not prohibit people for achieving their goal. Religions prohibited people to do things that hurt others. Even if we live without religion and the idea of afterlife, it is morally right for us humans to benefit for others, to benefit for ourselves, and do not cause harm for others. So that's my rebuttal for the government. Going on to my argument is that the idea of afterlife will make people cautious and make them think twice before they act. So human nature is acting on their self. Only you yourself can control yourself. So we need to make human believe that, well, if they are to they will be rewarded if they are doing some good things, and they will be punished if they are doing some bad things. In that way, we can make human do good things and get good karma, and make human evade those bad things, so that there will be less conflict in our world. The second argument is that even though the government people will have even though the government say that there will be more chaos happening at my world, they didn't specifically say how and why that could happen. Instead, they just shows news that usually happen. Even if there is a world without the idea of afterlife, even if there is a world without the idea of afterlife, that doesn't mean criminality is gone. It just grows up in a different motives. My third argument is that without the idea of afterlife, people will be more free in a bad way. In a bad way, I'm sorry. We can't. They will not think about their acts since they don't have to have the reason to think about it. People will develop the ideology of life is just once. You gotta live free. Even though that tagline seems good, that will make people don't care about others and care more about what would satisfy them, what would please them. There will be millions of criminality in the government world, and that's because people don't think they need to be a good person because they don't have any reward. Like, you only live once, so you gotta live your fullest. There ain't no reward for after you die, so you gotta do whatever you want to do when you live. Many sexual harassment, many sexual criminality, many thieves, many murdering, many hijacking will be happening in the government's world because people do not think that there will be the system called karma and afterlife. They will be thinking that, oh, my life ends here, my life ends at the age of 75, so in my young I need to do everything that will make my life memorable. Even though in our world, even though that is good, in our world we also develop that kind of thinking, but we also give a border. We also give a border for people to actually don't go too far. Just do what you want to do, but don't do it until you harm others. So I want to give one rebuttal again for the government. The government say that there will be more discrimination all over the world. I don't think that if we live at the world without the idea of afterlife, then those problems will be gone. I mean, the discrimination about religion is just another thing. The highest discrimination in the world right now is about race. So bringing those discrimination in this debate about religion and afterlife is actually questionable. Like, why did you bring another problem? That is the discrimination problem is a problem that almost we can solve. I mean, like, there will be another problem like discrimination every day, while we can't solve that in this debate. All right, that's it from me, and happy to oppose.